We're about to go on a sunset cruise, and this is our transfer boat. Tonight Ash and I are on a sunset dinner cruise with Emperor Wine Cruises. It's a 5-course dinner with the main course being lobster. We were welcomed on board with a welcome drink, and then we came upstairs onto the rooftop, had some canapes, and they keep refilling our wine. It's unlimited wine, so this could be quite a dangerous evening for us the night before we fly to Saigon. This cost us about $220 for both of us. So far we've had a band, we've been playing some music, and so far, yeah, the views is really nice. The Vinpel is behind us, can't see it obviously now, but the big cable car, we're passing that at the moment, so far so good.
Is done. It was like a Asian soup with egg striations through it with a big prawn on top. It was so tasty. That's done. Round 2, we've got scallops with a spicy tomato sauce. Very tender. Very tender, yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me over this lovely music, but I'm about to have a scallop, and I'm worried that it's going to be like a Pretty Woman moment where I pick it up and it just goes flying and hits someone in the face. Uh-oh. That is really, it is really tender. Very nice.
Okay, this is our number 3 course. Is that correct? And what do we have, Ash? We're struggling with the loud music. What are these?
Open cold rolls with salsa sauce.
And to be honest, I'm like full already.
Okay, so the lady Tam came and asked us if it was a special occasion and asked if it was our anniversary. So I said we'd been together for 18 years, which is true. And they did a whole big celebration, gave us more drinks and a gift. A bag. So nice.
And for my 18th anniversary, I got a bag too.
Oh, that's so mean.
And you can also, you can eat this one.
Yeah,
also.
okay. Thank you. Well, here we have our main course, lobster. Looks like some angel hair pasta. And a really tangy seafood spicy sauce. Anyway.
Tam came and cut it up for us. Got it out of the shell.
Lovely. Yeah, good.
Good.
I have no idea what it is.
I think it's like some sort of
It's a wobbly booby cake.
like a creme brulee, maybe. I'm so
No.
full. I don't know.
I think it's rice.
rice. Okay, you try. If you can fit it in.
Okay. I think it's rice. It's nice, but I'm not sure what it is. It's like a fruit thing on top, but like a jelly.
So number 5 course has arrived. We're so full. I don't know how we're going to eat it, but I've had a little try, and I'm a savoury person, so I'm not really a sweet person. But it's actually really nice. I don't know. It's kind of like a panna cotta with a bit of jelly on top of it, passion fruit. But they've been topping up our wines and our cocktails and our bubbles, and we got some free drinks for some pretend anniversary that we said we had. So it's hard to keep track of what we've actually.
Would you give it a thumbs up?
Okay, so we finished dinner and we're up the top of the boat, finishing off our glasses of bubbles. What, in your opinion?
And diesel fumes.
It is a bit stinky.
Engine fumes.
What were your thoughts on this luxury cruise?
A bit tacky.
Bit tacky.
Yeah.
Why tacky?
The music was like terrible.
I liked the old style music, but
Yeah,
it was
just
a bit
too loud and a bit.
Yeah, it was just a little bit. If it was just in the background,
Yeah.
in regards to the service we got from the staff,
Service was great.
that was
the boat's
outstanding.
great. The view's great. The sunset's great. It's just the tackiness behind it. And then they try to make some anniversaries and birthdays and stuff.
She was going around sort of asking for like milestones, and they had gift bags with things in it. So I think they try really hard, though. They try really hard to make it a nice experience.
Are we paying for the diesel fumes?
We should bottle it because diesel's
So expensive.
so expensive and rare at the
I
moment
can
with the
see it.
fuel
Look at it.
crisis.
It's floating up right there. You can see it just floating up here. Just floating up. Let's get out of here.
So we've just got back from our sunset dinner cruise. We tried to do a video up on the top of the boat. There was nobody there. I pressed record. It didn't actually record. I blame it on the diesel fumes or the copious amount of cocktails and wine that we were served. So we've come back to our room. We've been dropped off. The return transport was included in the cruise. So we're back in our room. we're just going to do a quick debrief on the cruise. But before we do that, I'm invested in these turn down cakes. Tonight's turn down cake is grilled green bean cake. So you come back and every night there is a different cake. We won't try it now because we are absolutely chock-a-block full of food because the cruise was a 5-course meal.
Yep. Plus
drinks, like lots of drinks.
And entrees.
So I booked through Agoda because on the other sites that I looked to Get Your Guide, it was booked out. So I booked this cruise thinking it was going to be a different ship. But the ship that we were on, it was like a little wooden traditional thing. It was fine. It's called a luxury cruise. We paid about 120 Australian dollars per person. I would say that it's not really, I don't want to be negative because the staff was so accommodating and so helpful and friendly and just very attentive that I kind of feel bad saying that it was a bit of a like tacky sort of cruise.
Yeah, it was tacky.
But it was like an older kind of boat. The dining room set up, I thought we were going to be seated at like a table, but we were kind of on this mismatch, kind of like old-fashioned like upholstered chairs, whereas Ash was on like a really low kind of chase lounge and I was in like an armchair, and then you've got the table in between you, so you're kind of like sitting at a coffee table trying to eat your meal. But it is what it is. Like it
just catered for the Russians. All the Russians had their tables all set up perfectly well. There were 7 people that were not Russians in the whole boat.
We don't have anything against Russians.
We were sat. The non-Russians were
on one half of the boat,
sat outside on one half of the boat with no table service, and the Russians all got the table service.
And they had the Tran. So Tran, she was fantastic. She, in English, explained all the procedures, and then there was another Vietnamese staff member who actually spoke in Russian to the Russian section, saying that. I mean, it was there was no issue with them being Russians, but the whole of this location is surprisingly I didn't expect.
It's just Russia.
Yeah, we're not saying anything bad against Russians. Everyone's actually been very courteous and pleasant, but there are thousands of them everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there's just, if there weren't Russians here, it'd be dead.
Yeah, it'd be dead.
So I'm sure it's very good for the economy here. We haven't had any like issues or anything, but it's just all of them. Like the menus are in Russian. We go to different places and they think automatically assume we're Russian. So that was quite surprising. I did not expect that here. The food was all, I think, like they introduced, when you walk up, they all wave to you. They introduce the captain and do the safety procedures. They introduced the chef, a female chef. But all the food was kind of, it felt kind of like automatic.
It was either cold, it was pre-prepared. Even the French fries were just, that I saw, were just limp and cold. It was just all...
The little canapes were like canapes, were dry. Everything was, pre-done.
Yeah, it'd been sat there for
every course that was served, we had the soup, the hard bread.
The soup was the best.
The soup was the best. It was hot, not hard to reheat soup. Then we had sort of the scallops on the plate with the sauce, which were nice.
Yeah.
Then we had the cold rolls pre-prepared. Was it the lobster next?
Yeah.
That sort of came out all intact, and we were wondering what to do with it, because in other places we've had seafood, they've had a server come and peel it all for us, and then I think one of the servers came and saw us be like, so they came and like opened it. It was a decent serving of lobster.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But I don't think it definitely wasn't cooked on the boat.
No.
It was just all pre-done, and then the dessert that came out was like a panna cotta, like a little dish, like a mouldy thing that was...
Panna cotta, but not a panna cotta.
And that was nice. All the food was pleasant enough, but it was just all very like a factory.
The best thing was the sunset and the boat and the views. The food
Yeah, I guess it was the experience that they came and picked us up from our hotel. He was early. It's all very professional and organised. They knew, obviously they do this a lot. It was all automated.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, a well-oiled machine. I'm glad we did it. Is it worth $120 per person? Probably not. We could have spent that money on probably a lot of food here. But it's the experience of going out for the evening. The weather was perfect. It was balmy. It was lovely sitting upstairs on the deck with the little lights. But then the little details of like the string lights were missing a lot of bulbs.
All the globes were broken.
It was just, it didn't give you that luxury kind of.
No, there was no luxury
feel.
to it. There was no care and attention to the boat.
No, but overall, the staff
the staff were good.
They worked really hard. They were really attentive. They cleaned up. They always topped up our drinks. They were friendly. They made the experience, I think.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed myself, and I had a good time. So I'm glad that I went and did it. And it was nice seeing the Vin Wonders, which we didn't actually do, but with the cable car that goes across, and all the lights, the Ferris wheel coming back. It was 3.5 hours. It went pretty quick. So overall, I think the company is a good company. You just don't really know when you book whether you're going to get the right boat that you think you're booking. But that's,
we'll have to check into that.
That's
actually.
Vietnam, I suppose.
I'm gone.
Yeah, for some reason. Sorry, the camera's cut out. It's focusing on me. But anyway, so what we're going to do is finish
green bean cake.
I don't know about this green bean cake.
It'd be nice.
We could try it.
It'd be nice.
We've got a little gin and tonic. Not that we need any more alcohol tonight, but we don't have to check out till 12 o'clock tomorrow. So we're planning on getting up early, going for a walk along the beach.
Breakfast.
We
beach.
saw a com tam place today. So we're gonna have lunch there before we have to leave to catch our flight to Saigon, and then we will be posting more content. Good night.